and welcome to another exciting episode of Design Style. Today we're at the Sanders Grand and we're here to set up for a very exciting event. Want to know more? Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Well, the Design Style team is here to set up for a very exciting event, the St. Lucia Hotel and Tourism Association's President Ball. Let's see what the event entails and of course find out what the association is all about. Now I'm standing in front of a very impressive wall of fame here at the St. Lucia Hotel and Tourism Association, but we'll get back to that a little later. I'm here with Mr. Nurani Aziz, who is the Executive Vice President of the association. Hi Mr. Aziz, and how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Well, my first question is, what is the SLHTA all about?
The St. Lucia Hotel and Tourism Association is a member-based organization that comprises over 230 companies.
Wow.
Spanning all walks of areas and subsectors from the hotel and tourism industry.
Now, Mr. Aziz, you mentioned companies. Is it specific companies or just any company?
Membership of the SLHTA is open to any company, any consultant, any individual whose form of business is connected in one way or the other with the hospitality industry. Our span of members range from the accommodation subsector, which would include your villas, your inns, your small hotels, to your luxury hotels, to the other extreme, which is made up of allied members, and that will comprise consultants, retail shops, retail houses, wholesalers, food and beverage distributors, as well as the yachting and maritime subsectors. We also are proud to have among our membership banks and the utility companies as well.
Now tell me, what is the advantage of being a member of the SLHTA?
The networking within the organization is tremendous, and for smaller firms it is a tremendous opportunity to network their services and their products throughout these 200+ member companies. We are also very proud of the fact that 2/3 of our association is made up of allied members, you know. So while traditionally there is a misconception that it is a hotel association, it is really not. It is a hotel and tourism association, which comprises a huge core of allied members.
Now, we are going to be focusing on the President's Ball, which obviously has been organized by the SLHTA, but do you all do other events where the members can get together?
Oh yes, as a matter of fact, that has become one of the key points of focus for the Secretariat. So apart from the President's Ball, which has been reintroduced on the slate of activities for the year, we also are very proud to have coming up later this year our Rhythm and Spice Festival, which is going to include a tremendous human resource development dimension. We are also looking at having our annual Miss SLHTA pageant.
Oh, that's popular.
That is very popular.
Now tell me, how does one become a member?
Membership of the SLHTA is the easiest thing in the world. All you've got to do is get a hold of us, 453-1811, express your interest. We would follow up with not only an application form that you've got to fill out, but we will also follow up with a soft copy of our strategic plans, which guide our interventions from 2010 to 2013. You'd fill out the application form, submit it to us. We will organize a meeting with myself and the Director for Membership with you to get a better idea of what your company represents, what you're hoping to accomplish, because it's important to us that you derive benefits from membership of the SLHT as well. And after that is done, your request is being circulated to the Board of Directors, and within a week it's very easy for you to become a full-fledged member of the SLHTA.
Okay, now last question, which I think is probably on everyone's mind, including mine. What is the difference between the SLHTA and the Tourist Board? Because I always mix it up. I get it wrong.
Huge difference. First of all, the St. Lucia Tourist Board is funded by the government of St. Lucia, and their specific role is to market the destination.
That's true.
the Hotel and Tourism Association is made up of members only. Yeah?
Right.
We're very privileged to have on our board of directors the director of the St. Lucia Tourist Board, so that we ensure that there is good cross-fertilization of ideas.
Right.
Now, while we also sit on the board of the St. Lucia Tourist Board, and we do make an injection into the ideas regarding marketing and other activities of the destination, the Hotel and Tourism Association is primarily involved in advocacy. We are here to represent the interests of our members. We are here to lobby on their behalf regarding issues such as taxes, environmental issues, and whatever needs that the members put up on the table as a priority to them.
Well, Mr. Aziz, like I was saying initially, this is really an impressive wall of fame. Could you tell us a little bit about these pictures?
These are all pictures of our past presidents, the past presidents who have led the charge of the SLHTA since its inception in 1963. We're very pleased to have some very renowned women among the team who have led as presidents, from Mrs. Erlinger Ford in 1967 to Mrs. Bertha Parr from 1999 to 2003, and currently Carolyn Trubetskoy.
Yes. Well, actually, we're going to be speaking with Mrs. Parr, and she's going to tell us a little more about the President's Ball.
Excellent.
The St. Lucia Hotel and Tourism, as you know, there's always an annual, what we call the AGM, which is the annual general meeting. This kind of serious business where you discuss membership issues, issues affecting the tourism industry. So that usually takes place during the day. So the idea was behind it, after all of this serious business, we needed an opportunity and a venue and a place where we can actually have a lot of fun, come together, socialize, laugh a little bit, have fun. Because as you know, the hotel and tourism industry is very, very stressful. And we work very long hours, 10, 12, sometimes 14 hours a day. So we really need a function or an event where we can come together, socialize, get to know each other. It was also a way to, of the allied membership. Hoteliers invited some of their suppliers, some of their farmers, people they do business with, to come and sit with them that night and break bread together. Some hotels would bring their best managers or their best employees or different people. So we'd invite sometimes our partners in development, the telecommunications companies, Lucilec, Wasco, various government ministries and government ministers. So it's a way of the industry, but as well as a lot of these partners that we work with on a regular basis to come in and sit down and break bread with us and have some fun. It was also where we thought we needed to honor one of our really amazing hoteliers, owners or hoteliers that have made an immense contribution to the development of tourism. So usually on that night, what we always did was give what we call the Crystal Award, was the name of that award, which is really the most prestigious tourism award that anybody can get locally, besides obviously the Hotelier of the Year. And we decided that with all our peers and everybody together, we should honor that one hotelier that has really stood out, has fought for tourism, you know, have invested in tourism, and ensured that we pay tribute to them that night. So it's always a beautiful video put together of the person's, you know, development contribution, and an award was handed. Sometimes we brought some of the culinary teams to probably cook the actual dinner. So it was given the young team going off to compete an opportunity to prepare a very formal dinner. In addition to that, I think it was also an opportunity to raise funds. As you know, the SLHTA have 35, I think, to 40 children of our employees that are currently scholarship holders of SLHTA. It costs money every year to send those 35 kids to school, uniforms and books and everything else. So it was always a way to raise funds, and some of the funds raised would go, like I said, to the Scholarship Foundation. Also, it would also go to some of our charitable organizations on island. So we gave something back to these communities. So in essence, in a nutshell, this is what it was about. And it was something on the calendar of events of SLHTA that everybody looked forward to. People love to dress up, wear their long evening gowns, black tie. You know, the men look absolutely fabulous in their tuxedos and their white dinner jackets. It was always a night where everybody just got really cleaned up nicely, got dressed, and came out to eat, to have fun, to dance, and to party.
break our design down. The colors that I'm using are based on the colors of the invitation: black, white, and gold. The saxophonist on the invitation set the tone for the decor, and that tone was jazz. So we decided to infuse the flapper age into our decor by creating feather centerpieces. So what exactly is the flapper age? Well, during the 1920s, there was a whole new breed of women, saucy, outspoken bombshells with short skirts, shorter hair, and plenty of it. It was nothing more than sex appeal, something women were not supposed to exhibit during those times. In the 1920s, any girl who possessed it was called a flapper. Flappers who liked dancing and syncopated music were known as jazz babies. Flappers and jazz babies generally disdained convention and did as they pleased, and most were educated young women who were dealing with the disillusionment of post-war America and trying to forge their own path in a new society. Flappers of the 1920s wore their hair feathers and feather accessories to symbolize their journey, their metaphorical flight into womanhood, or so it is rumored. Gradually, the flapper look entered mainstream America, and the music that accompanied the age of the flapper was jazz, jazz, jazz. Jazz was very different from any music that these young people's parents had ever listened to. It was loud and featured the sultry sounds of the saxophone. Unlike other popular music of the day, jazz was considered an evil influence on America's young people. With its offbeat rhythms and strange melodies, jazz was blamed for everything from drunkenness and deafness to an increase in unwed mothers. Despite such opinions, or maybe because of them, jazz was immensely popular. The wild rhythms of the jazz age brought dozens of new steps to the dance floors of America, including the Charleston, Black Bottom, Cubanola Glide, and the Tango Argentino, plus a host of shimmies, toddles, and trots. Pre-function area, and of course this is the area that's going to be used for cocktails. So the guests are going to mingle here before they go into the William Jefferson Clinton ballroom where they're going to have dinner. So of course we have to dress this area as well and make it look just as pretty as the ballroom. So right now what we're doing is that we're putting up the drapes, we're draping the doors, and the colors are black, white, and gold. So we're going with our black and white drapes, and of course we're going to just add a hint of gold into the mix. The guests are going to move from the pre-function area, which is behind me, and they're going to walk into the ballroom, and this is where the dinner is going to be held. As you can see, it's going to be a grand affair, and right now tables are going down, and of course we also have to drape this area in keeping with our decor colors, and that's black, white, and gold. So the drapes are now going up, tables are going down, and as you can see, a lot of touching up is going on inside the ballroom. So quite a bit of work is going on here right now. When we get back, it's some important painting tips from Harris Paints. Stay tuned. Now, some tips from Harris Paints.
The objective of every painter is to paint neatly and expeditiously. Whether you're painting the interior or the exterior, a coat of primer is key to obtaining a good quality finish. It is unfortunate that in some cases, some homeowners would not use a primer, or sometimes painters themselves don't use a primer. And that is really unfortunate because primer has its function. In some cases, some persons would use an inexpensive white paint just to have a white background in order to apply the top coat, and that is just so wrong. Primer is made for a purpose, and it has three main functions. Function number one, it provides a good and uniform surface for the application of the top coat, so you have a good quality finish. Function number two, primer seals porous surfaces such as wood and concrete, so whatever chemicals are on the surface does not interact with the chemicals in the paint to cause the paint to disintegrate. Function number three, primer improves the adhesion of the paint onto the surface, and that extends the lifespan of the paint. So clearly, priming is an essential part of the painting process to ensure that we have a good quality finish. For more information on primer and all other products available at Harris, you can check us out on our website www.caribbeanchampionsofcolor.com.
Welcome back. Well, as you can see, the team's hard at work. Now, because our decor must have an element of jazz, I went out and looked for fabric which of course would bring some sort of jazzy notion into the whole thing. And I got some fabric which of course have music notes, and as you can see, this of course does bring in the element of jazz that I'm looking for. So where we have black tablecloths, I'm putting down white table runners, and where we have white tablecloths, of course I'm going to put on black table runners, but of course the jazzy notes will be in white. So we kind of contrasting and complementing everything, the blacks and the whites. Centerpieces for the dinner, and of course I chose feathers because, you know, jazzy, I'm thinking flapper, New Orleans, where feathers was really big back then. So it does remind us of jazz, and of course the colors are black and gold, as you can see. So now I'm putting my oasis in, and the feathers that I'm going to use are black and white, so the gold really comes into the vase, and of course a little gold net. So I first of all start by using small feathers, and these are called drabs. These are actually ostrich plumes, and the smaller feathers are called drabs, and the bigger ones are called plumes. So we put drabs at the bottom because of course we don't want to put our huge feathers at the bottom, definitely not. And we just turn the arrangement around and just stick our black feathers in, or black drabs in. And then I'm going to alternate with white, so the white feathers would then go on top of the black ones. So you'd have this kind of black and white thing going on. So our drabs are now in, and now we go in with our white plumes, which are a little longer, of course. And then we're going to put another row of black. And then we fill in all the spaces that we can possibly see. Now don't forget, this arrangement is not going to be at eye level. It's actually going to be taller than eye level because everybody's going to be seated, and it's an 18-inch vase, 18 inches tall. And so it's really going to be a tall arrangement, and people, it wouldn't get in the way of conversation. It's actually, like I said, going to be much taller. So it really wouldn't be appreciated from the top, but it would be appreciated from the bottom. And when you walk in, you just see this huge explosion of feathers, and that's really the beauty of the whole arrangement. And this is our centerpiece. Of course, we're just going to add some gold beads just to finish it off. And this is done really quickly, really, really quickly. It doesn't take much time. Once you got your oasis, you just stick the feathers in. Make sure it's done correctly. Everything is symmetrical. You don't have spaces. Et voila. We have our centerpiece right here. And this one's going to go on the president's table, most definitely. Now this is our photo op quarter right here. So what's going to happen is that this is going to be draped, of course, in the same color, same decor colors, black, gold and white. And as you can see, we have two lovely light boxes which would change color. So it goes from red to green to yellow to blue and back to red. So it adds some sort of interest also. And it'll be beautiful taking photos here because you'll have a beautiful backdrop and of course beautiful lighting on either side. Perfect. Well, right now we're laying down our red carpet, and this is of course for the VIPs. So I'm trying to keep up. So this is what we'll be using for the VIPs, and it's a runner that goes all the way from one end of the room to the next. seems harder work. When we get back, it's more design. Stay tuned. Tables, we're actually placing the tables now, and the names are all names of famous jazz singers, including local jazz singers. I'm here with Miss Eileen Paul, and of course she's the one who's putting the names down and everything, responsible for that, right, Miss Paul?
Yes, Joanna.
Okay, so which one are we looking at now?
The last one was the one you
right.
there. So
Arturo tapping. Right, that's Fondue, Cotton Bay, Ladera. I'm here with Miss Eileen Paul, who of course looks lovely tonight. I have to compliment you. I love your dress.
Thank you very much.
So Miss Paul, tell me, first question, do you like the decor?
Yes, Joanna, I'm very satisfied. I think you delivered all what you promised the SLHTA. You know, it's the wow effect we wanted.
Thank you.
We
Thank
wanted
you.
a jazz theme.
Thank you.
You can see the names of the tables.
Yes, yes, that was very innovative. Was that your idea?
I think so, yes.
You were very good. I love that. The names of the singers, jazz singers, even local ones.
The local ones.
Yes, yes. So I was quite impressed with that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Well, I will let you carry on because I know you're a very busy lady tonight. You are very much involved in all of this organization and the organizing and, you know, setting up of everything where this event is concerned. So I'd like to first of all congratulate you, and I hope that you have a lovely evening. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you very much.
Well, we've done our bit, and of course the decor is complete. The staff behind me, they're still setting tables, and the finishing touches are being added, like laying up the cutlery, the glasses, and so on. But our bit's done, and the room looks fantastic. When we get back, we'll see what the client has to say. Stay tuned. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I must say you're looking rather dapper.
Thank you very much.
Love the suit.
Thank you, thank you.
So tell me, what do you think of the decor tonight?
I think it looks absolutely excellent. I was blown away. When the doors open, it's like stepping into another world.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely phenomenal. And I was commenting to my public relations officer, this is perhaps the second time that you've done some really phenomenal work for us.
Thank you.
I couldn't help but be thrown right back to the Eileen Paul benefit dinner that you so graciously organized for us. And this is as equally exquisite as that dinner was. It looked absolutely phenomenal.
Well, thank you, Mr.
Highly compliment you.
Thank you very, very much. I'm here with Ms. Zina Haynes, who is the Public Relations and Information Officer at SLHTA. Hi, Zina.
Hi, Joanne.
Now, first of all, let me tell you, you look the bomb.
Thank you
From
very
the
much
earrings,
for that.
the hair, to the earrings, to the dress, to the shoes.
We
You
have
got to
to
show the
represent
shoes.
for SLHTA.
I'm telling you, and you're representing great girl.
Thank you very much.
So, are you having a good time?
I'm having a phenomenal time.
And
This is coming out well.
tell me, what do you think of the decor?
absolutely stunning. I came this afternoon around 2 o'clock, and I mean, things were still unprepared and drips went up, and I was like, is she sure she's going to be ready? And coming into this ballroom right now, I'm like, this is not the same place I was. This is completely different. I love this New Orleans jazz theme with the feathers. It takes you into a different realm, and that's what we're really hoping for. So you did a fantastic job.
Thank you. High five. All right.
The minute I walked in, you saw my expression. I was like, wow, this place looks fantastic. It is beyond what the expectations of what we were looking for. And I want to sincerely thank you for a beautiful setting.
Well, that's it for this episode of Design Style. Everyone loved the decor, and I have to admit we had fun setting it up. Until next time, stay safe. If you need advice or help on any of your home projects, just email your questions or comments to designstyleslu@gmail.com and we will address them on the show.